Okay, I'm getting the mirror action this time. Because when
I'm
I
just gonna
edit
take a
it,
few pieces because it's cool. I be forgetting that it's right there. So I'm like, hey, what's up?
okay.
Alright.
Can I help you?
What's up?
This nigga come in with a robe.
What's he coming along?
Can
He
you
so
close the
belongs
door?
to this family.
I know. That's good. Okay. So, rock, paper, scissors. You
Okay.
go first. Okay, you
Okay.
cheated.
I was not cheating. I was not cheating. I'm just slow. Okay, you gotta give me a rhythm. That's why I like to dance. I need a rhythm.
Okay.
Same track. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Cheated. Cheated. You really cheated.
I swear.
He over here like 1, 2, 3.
But if I was cheating, I would do a beat you, not the same thing. We just see this again.
Okay.
But I won. We did two. Okay.
Okay, so that means you go first?
Yeah, I think so. You are newly engaged, and your fiance is like, we're about to go on our honeymoon. So you get on the plane with your fiance.
First class or what?
First class,
Okay.
yes. You're going to a beautiful destination that has gorgeous water. You know, like one of those villas that are like where your house is like literally on the water. So
Like
you can,
Bora Bora,
get out
actually
and-
pronounced Bora Bora?
Right,
Okay.
exactly. So you get on this flight and the flight crashes and everyone is dispersed and you swim upon this island, right? So once you get to the island, no, you don't know where you are. You don't know where your fiance is. You swim on this island and you know, this is where you are. All these people surround you, but you're like coughing up water and you like pass out, right? So you wake up and you're in like this tent, right, with all these people around you, and they're like, "Oh, are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And they're like, "Okay, we want you to meet our leader."
I love this story.
And so you go and meet the leader, and you're like, "Oh, thank you so much." And the leader is pretty much like, you know, "You're welcome." You're like, "Well, how long have I been out?" And the leader says, "It's been 4 years. You were the only person who survived." And the leader's like, "You want to smash?"
Like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Just missed 4 years of my life, and I was married. I just got a man. Okay? And you talk about you want to smash just because you a leader? Like, what gave you? You done probably smashed everybody up in the tent. I'm good. I'm good. I got mad. If you would have came up with some other stuff, you gotta sway me a little bit.
Now he was like off cut.
Of course, you've been out 4 years. You're trying to smash. I'm like, I'm not even worried about that right now.
And that's what happened when you come on too strong, too quick. All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this scenario.
Yes, I like these.
Okay. So you cuss out the leader, and you're like, "Fuck you, bro."
Oh, so it's
Pretty
an
much.
ongoing story?
It's a continuation.
Oh.
And so he's like, "Oh no, you know, I'm just kidding. You know, I play around like that sometimes." And you're like, "Okay, well, like, you know, how do you know that I'm the only person that didn't survive?" And you know, the leader basically says, "Well, we gathered lots of people's belongings, but you know, we never found people, and we can show you that it's in a room." So they take you to the room where they have everyone's belongings, and amongst the belongings, you actually find your husband's wedding ring. That night, you go to bed, and
I'm about to start crying.
the leader comes and knocks on your door, and you open the door, and he brings a guy that strangely looks exactly like your husband, but it's not him, but he's very, very similar looking. And the leader says, "Hey, I brought this guy for you. You want to smash?"
What the fuck? Is this a film? This nigga is a film. He's a film.
No, he's the leader of this place that you're in. So he's asking if you want the guy, not him.
He's in charge of the bitches that he's bringing to me. That's exactly what I feel like. First he's gonna try to smash me first. If that doesn't work out, he's gonna, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. I'm good. No, actually.
Okay, your turn.
That's crazy. Okay. Okay. So, this is back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is in the 1980s.
Okay.
No, 1970s.
70s, I love the 70s.
Okay.
That's my shit.
So 1970s, and you have a good job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever kind of good job that is, I mean, it pays well. You're good. You're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Okay.
But you got money. And this white guy comes along, and he's totally a druggie. He does drugs. It's accepted. You know, it's not nothing like a big deal, but he does drugs. And, you know, you can tell he's heavily on drugs. But he's hurting inside.
Okay.
So he wants to talk to you. Okay? So he talks to you and you have good conversation. You know, you have a life of your own, so you're not really worried about, you know, really, you want conversation, okay, at that point in time.
Right.
So it gets intense and he starts talking about something where he cries. And he starts to try to have sex with you, and are you smashing or passing?
At that point, I'm passing because I'm generally not, especially in a situation like that, sexually attracted to someone who is not like whole within them first, within themselves. So, yeah, especially in that kind of situation with him being so broken because of the drugs and being drained, I'd probably kind of be like, no, bro, like, I'm not feeling that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go.
Okay. So, next day you wake up and you're still in the palace.
Oh, I'm in a palace? I thought I was in a tent.
You went from the tent into the palace, which is where the leader lives.
Oh, he moved me there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave you a room in the palace. So, so it's the next day, and you go to breakfast, and you know you're telling them what exactly it is that you want to eat. They bring it to you. He comes and meets you for breakfast, and he's like, "Good morning, Jasmine. Have you had a good time while you're here? Have you been comfortable?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine. You know, I miss my fiance, but you know, you told me it's been 4 years, but you know, I'm good." And he goes, "Well, what I want to let you know is that I am your fiance." And he rips the mask off, and he said, "This has all been a test. This is our palace. Smash pass."
Smash on sight. I don't even care what else you gotta say. I don't care what else you gotta say. Right there and there. Yes. Yes. I am smashed. Okay. That was good.
I got another one. Okay, pick 3.
Okay.
So, either Ronald McDonald, the Burger King, or Jack from Jack in the Box.
Jack Box. Jack be having a little slick mouth. Plus, he can live a little because he has the munchie box. Plus, he's open to 2.
He does seem more fun.
Yeah. Okay, so Gucci, Louis Vuitton, or what's another one?
You have to say it.
Prada.
Louis Vuitton. Because Louis Vuitton for me is more everyday. Gucci for me is more like if I'm traveling somewhere and I want something kind of fun. And then Prada is seldom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You have something?
One more sequel to the story.
Okay.
Okay, so then you wake up and you're next to your man and you're in this big
I
beautiful.
wake up. Like, how do I wake up? I wake up like what?
Like this.
Wake up like this.
Yes, and you know you're next to your man. He's in bed, and you know the everything is beautiful. And a servant walks in with a tray and says, "Good morning. You know, would you like anything to drink this morning, or would you like to eat?" So you tell the servant what you would like, and as the servant's leaving, he hands you a note. You open the note, and the note says, "Please meet me in the kitchen. It's really important." So you go to the kitchen, and the servant is there, and you're like, "What's going on? Is there a problem?" And the servant goes, "He's been lying to you, Jasmine. It's me, actually. I'm your fiance."
Do I have amnesia?
You don't have amnesia, but he switched our faces.
What the fuck is 311?
Want to smash?
No. Good. I'm so confused at this point. No. Like what? No, wait. Okay, so if we're like, cause you know they had those sci-fi shit.
There's some sci-fi shit. And he switched their faces.
So
to make
do
you
I smash?
This is what this guy
No.
This is what the servant's telling you. It's me. Like, this is me. But you passed. Okay.
So what, he's making him be a servant?
You passed.
So now I gotta be like, I gotta go with the game.
You gotta wait
and so I gotta like,
wait till the next episode.
I like this story. Okay.
Leave the kitchen, you're like, I cannot believe this motherfucker just tried to smash me, telling me that he's my real husband, and there was a face switch. Like, what kind of crazy fucking shit is that? So as you exit in the kitchen, your fiance grabs you and puts you against the wall. He's like, who are you talking to? Were you talking to that servant? I don't want you ever talk to that servant ever again. Ever again. And he's like, you want to smash?
Wait, the
Your
guy?
fiance. And after he said that.
After we didn't smash before?
No, well, you did smash him because he was like, I'm your fiance, remember?
Yeah.
You woke up in bed together.
So he got aggressive with me.
So he got aggressive with you by talking to that servant. You better not never talk to that servant again. Now you want to smash?
I'm gonna smash.
Okay.
I'm gonna smash.
Okay.
Because I see some, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna keep this going. You know,
Okay.
you need to stop tripping. So go over there, but I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. So then, Chris.
Okay.
After that, I go back to the kitchen to look for the servant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you telling your own story now?
No.
Okay, okay.
We're telling a story.
Okay,
This
okay.
is the storyline.
Okay,
It's
okay.
all of that.
Okay.
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 And so I go to the kitchen after that, and I see you making a sandwich, and I'm just like, Chris, what's up, dude? I didn't even know you were on this flight. Like, what's up? Like, I know you've been traveling. Like, I didn't even know. Like, what the heck?
Okay.
I'm like, okay, like, what's going on? I'm asking you what's going on. So I explained to you my whole story. They said I've been out for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I talked to you last time, you know, like, what's really up? Has it been 4 years? And you're like, yeah, you know, or whatever. You tell me a story or something like that. And then I tell you the situation with my husband or something like, well, I think who is my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And so you tell me, oh, really? And I ask you, you know, have you smashed my husband before? Did you smash?
You talking about the husband that is the leader?
Yeah. The leader. So you did smash.
I smashed the leader.
You did. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. So after that happens, the kitchen manager comes by really quickly
Okay.
and sweeps me away. And it's like, I'm sorry, Jasmine, you can't talk to him. He needs to get to work. And as they're taking me away, you see me looking in your eyes like, you know, something's going on. And so you go back to your bedroom, and your fiance tells you that there's going to be a celebration tonight. And
I don't like this.
and
This is too controlling.
you need to get ready because we're having a party.
I'm good.
Yeah, but there's you have to get married. It's time to get married. So this is your wedding. So he says, okay, you know, that obviously doesn't make you very, very happy. Like,
Okay,
you know,
I'm
you
over
have
here
some
trying to
questions.
communicate the scenario. Shut
Yeah.
up. Okay.
Okay, so he tells you there's a party, so you need to get ready for the party. And then he leaves. The servant comes back in again, and he rushes into the room, and he's like, Jasmine, I have to see you again. I'm sorry. I know you were upset by what I said, but I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you. And he's like, the only way that I can prove it to you is if we're intimate with each other. You know what sex with me is truly like. Do you smash or pass?
I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
Okay.
Because I don't know. All I know is about me. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Okay. So I walk out and you're having sex with the servant.
Like in the hallway. I'm just in the hallway doing the servant.
Okay,
Okay.
so no, I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you have sex with the servant. And then I say, what is this? And, you know, you go away or whatever and stuff like that. And so, I talk to the guy in the hallway. My story is not as more like...
You talk to the servant?
Yes, I'm talking to the servant once you left. I guess you went to go get ready for the wedding.
Okay. After that,
You just had a little quickie, you
in
know?
the hallway.
I
Okay.
mean, it's
It must have been like a little nook because we like in a big ass castle, so it must have been like a little nook where nobody could see. Okay.
So like, okay, so I talked to the servant and he's telling me, you know, it's been a long time, you haven't been here, whoop-de-woo, like that whole thing. So I go back to you. I'm asking you, what's up with that? Like, I'm so confused right now. And you're looking at me like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, it had nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I ask you again, I ask you, hey, would you have sex again with the leader? Do you smash or pass? Because at that state, you know that I'm kind of confused.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't know what's going on. You know something's going on, but...
Right. Pass.
Okay.
So then after you ask me that question, my head ticks and a circuit flies out of my neck and I start to become a little bit robotical.
Okay, you've been watching too much sci-fi.
Oh my god,
Grady.
you're like, this motherfucker's a robot. Like, this is not even my cousin right now. What's really going on? So then I turn around and walk away.
I'm passing out. That's what I'm doing. I'm out.
Yeah, so the robot me walks away, and your maiden comes and says, hey, Jasmine, your dress is here for you to choose for the party tonight. We have a few for you. So you go back into your bedroom, and they line out all the dresses, and you choose whatever dress you want to put on, and you put that dress on, and then you head down to the party. On the way to the party, you hear like a thump, a doom, a doom, a doom. So it's like drums, yeah, like bass and like drums. So like you can hear like
going back to America type shit.
Right, like the pouncing, right in the air, like as you're walking, right? And when you get to the stair, you look down, and there's a group of people standing there, and they're all looking up as you as you walk down the
what kind of dress I got on? I got a long sleeve dress on?
You have you have kind of like a ball gown dress on, but it's sort of it's fitted, but with a very, very long train. Mm-hmm. And as you walk down the stairs, your fiance walks up, and behind him walks the servant, and your fiance says to you, we are ready to sacrifice you tonight, and if you don't choose which one of us is your true love, you will be sacrificed. So your fiance, the leader, says one of us is your true love, and it's me. Smash or pass.
Wait, who says that?
The leader.
The leader says it's me?
Mm-hmm. Smash.
You know why?
Why?
Because my husband better speak the hell up when we got a fucking audience. They talk about sacrificing. Okay, so that story needs to be a little bit more like there needs to be some action going on.
And that was the end.
So was he my husband?
Yes, you chose the right one.
Okay. Good.
We all win in the end, yay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was a little upset. Okay, so I think this video is kind of long now.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to talk about something else. I mean, for this video, this is going to be it, you know?
Yeah. Where are we at, like an hour?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to cut that down, maybe do 2 parts.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about.
I don't know. You want to take a break for referral this time and actually come back?
I think we have to keep it rolling. We got to keep momentum. If we're going to do it, we got to keep momentum, because otherwise if we leave,
we need another
not
drink,
coming
yeah.
back.
Well, do we need another drink?
Yeah.